Is that the new Switch Lite?
Yeah.
It's cool, bro.
Yeah.
What is going on, Strasburg High? Welcome to episode 5 of the Silver Spike Podcast, celebrating the joining of the Transcontinental Railroad. We're your hosts. I'm Mitch.
I'm Jonah.
And I'm sad that homecoming is now over.
It is fantastic to have you here today. So today is Tuesday, October 15th, 2019, and we are experiencing the homecoming withdrawals. Last week was homecoming. It was really, really fun, but now it's the start of the second quarter, and everything's back to normal. No more games, no more fun.
And we actually have to do schoolwork.
Yeah. So, what school events are happening this week?
We still don't know because the website goes down every time we try to do it, but for some reason it works for coding. I'm slightly salty about this.
I get it on Wednesday.
It's down, so we don't know. So, world events, the world news going on right now. I saw this a couple days ago. I found this very interesting, but currently there is people proposing that there should be a new fuel for trade ships and cruise ships to use, so it can be more earth friendly. Trading ships, the barge ships, and the cruise lines all use fuel that causes lots of air pollution. And there is a proposal going on right now that the cruise line and the government wants to use a new type of fuel that decreases the amount of air pollution in the world. The downside, it's going to be about twice as expensive, and that's going to be a big drawback, because right now the fuel relatively inexpensive, so doubling the price is going to have a big impact on the profits and everything that's going to happen. So how do you guys feel about this?
I honestly don't really know. I mean, we don't know what could actually happen as an effect of this. Like, it'll definitely help with pollution, but at the same time, I don't know if cruise lines are going to be able to actually stay in business operating with fuel that's twice as expensive. So, I mean, we'll just have to keep an eye on that and see how that goes.
Yeah, it's kind of up to the cruise line owners to see if this is a worthwhile cause. I don't know. It could go either way.
To me, I mean, if it decreases air pollution, then, it's automatically, to me, it's a better option. But for being twice as expensive, though, that's going to have to take some debating, has to take some views on both sides of this issue. And yeah, so I'm just going to have to see how this ends up. It can go either right or left or straight, which is not that good.
Or we could squiggle.
Or, yeah, we could squiggle. Welcome to this week's edition of Pop News, where we talk about interesting facts that pop up in the news. So a couple of days ago, some scientists and paleontologists released a study that they found what killed the last woolly mammoth on Earth. And according to this study, it says the last woolly mammoth on Earth died of catastrophic icing events. So the changing of the climates and the decrease in colder temperatures, that's pretty much what, killed off the mammoths. So if you don't know what a mammoth is, here's a picture. There we go, we are back. So, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think this is a possible explanation of the extinction of the mammoth?
I'm not entirely sure that they found the last mammoth. I mean, for them to know if it's the last mammoth, they would have to find every single mammoth that ever lived, and I think that's just not plausible. But I mean, if it's... Wait, are we talking about the ice going away, or
Ice, temperatures rising and the ice going away, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely an explanation for why the woolly mammoths would die. Now we have elephants, which are basically just not woolly mammoths. They're mammoths, but no wool.
Or they could have just been hunted a lot too.
They got a lot of meat.
It's like if they're big and fierce creatures, they were hunted a lot. That's why a lot of dinosaurs were extinct. Also, there's just the glory of it, kind of sport as well. I mean, that's kind of how the buffalo population went down too. A lot of settlers went over here and just hunted buffalo for sport. Made a lot of the Indians mad.
Yeah.
People could have just hunted them for sport the same way as buffalo.
So I'm kind of a dinosaur dude and an Ice Age dude. I know a lot about, well, I don't want to say I know a lot about it, but I know some things. And in my opinion, I feel like it was a combination of the weather changing, the climate changing, the ice going away, and the new, the paleo man coming up and hunters, constantly hunting them down, and the drastic change in temperature and just the scarcity of food, I felt like combined took out the mammoths. I don't think it was just one thing. I think it was a collective, thing. I mean, what you did say about overhunting, that is, I do believe that is one cause. Like, look at the buffalo population here in America. When settlers came, they killed off almost all the buffalo. So, that is a big reason and a big, factor in the extinction of the mammoth. For them to find the last mammoth seems a little iffy, but, I think we have a pretty clear idea, or a general idea of how and why and when they went extinct.
If you want to find the last mammoth on Earth, watch Ice Age 2. There's probably more.
We found the other mammoths. Watch it.
And we're back, and we're talking today about how Homecoming Week went, and Homecoming Week was a lot of fun, and we had a great 4-day weekend afterwards. The Wednesday was definitely interesting.
Oh,
Wednesday.
Oh,
Wednesday.
boy.
I could basically go on and on about Wednesday, because Wednesday we all went over to that softball game, and it was nice and warm, and there was like perfect weather, great time. You did great, softball team, by the way. But then we get to the parade, and literally we have crazy high wind speeds. I know, at least on the band float, nobody could keep the music on the stands, and so it was interesting.
It was not good,
to say the least. And frankly, this is the first time, as far as we know, that we've ever had to hold the pep rally inside. And the bonfire was actually canceled, which I don't think has ever happened either. I don't know, it might have been. Or not canceled, but postponed for Friday after the football game. Which was
pretty nice.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think, from the years I've been here, we've never had the bonfire canceled and postponed.
Yeah.
And never had the pep rally inside. I mean, it was nice that it was inside.
Oh,
because
it was so nice.
Because it was really warm. It wasn't cold. But yeah, the parade, it was nice. It was fun, except for, the winds. That was not that good.
It was cold.
Cold as ice.
I'm sure all the other sports teams and all the other floats and stuff had fun.
It's like we walk
Also
into the
really
high school, it's nice and sunny when we walk in there, we walk out, snap to the finger.
Hurricane force winds. Not hurricane force winds. I mean,
it was the Dust Bowl 2.0. Yeah, that was pretty much homecoming. Had a lot of fun. There's a lot of activities going on, and for our last homecoming, I say it was pretty good. I will miss homecoming, but this isn't the only week in the year in which we celebrate this school. We also have Winterfest, which I believe is in January, right?
Yeah, that's what's about.
Yeah, so it's in January. Then we have Spring Fling, which leads up to prom. And
Yeah, that's around April.
yeah, it's around April, and you know, a couple people, you know, trying to figure out where should prom be. I say prom should be at IKEA. If you don't know what it is, that's a giant furniture store. Because there's enough space, there's a restaurant, you can play hide and seek.
I don't know, maybe after prom?
Okay, after prom, at IKEA. We have to go to IKEA sometime in prom.
Vibrating chair.
Oh, true, they have vibrating chairs at IKEA.
Okay, vibrating chairs. Yes.
I'm convinced.
Someone get on this.
Someone on the prom committee. We have an idea.
That's amazing.
That's it for this episode. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you. We really appreciate it. And thank you for almost 20 subscribers.
Yay! Despite the fact that we're most of the subscribers.
Yes. But on a serious note, thank you. You know, the family's growing. The audience is growing, and it shows us that you guys are watching and enjoying. So that's really nice.
And remember to keep your grades up.
And we will see you next time. Silver Spike, out.